Paracruise? I'm Paradomics, and welcome back to Trixie Glimmer Smith, the testimony of. What's up, Paracruise? I'm Paradomics, and welcome back to the testimony of Trixie Glimmer Smith. So, it's been a while since I last played this game. Let's just jump straight back into it because. Hang on, where were we? Okay, here we go. Alright, so, anyways, in the last video that we played, Nikita went psycho bonkers and straight up just went insane. And we're here to stop her, basically. So we're getting close to the end of the game, and hang on, so what the hell? Why is it like that? What? Yo, what? Why is it like that? Huh? I'm confused, hang on. Alright, I guess that's just like that. I guess I can just stretch it out. I don't want to stretch it out, though. Hang on. What? I don't like that. It wasn't like that before. Alright, guys, so anyways, I was just checking out because the recording looks so weird. There's like 2 bars at the side of it, so I don't know what that's all about, but I guess I'll just chop that part out. I mean, that wasn't like that when I first recorded the game. I don't know. This game's weird. This OBS is weird. Alright, so anyways, back to what we were doing, which is, saving our friend from becoming psycho bonkers and being the heir to the throne, I guess. Anyways, here we go. She looks chirpy. Hey, Trix, hop in and we can go drive around or something. First up, Heidi's. We reach in Heidi's shop to find Heidi jamming and brooming her vending machine to a chorus of crow screeches. Heidi looked up and gave us a grin. She stepped away from the vending machine and the bird's sound stopped. Oh, poor bird, I guess. It died. Belle seems unfazed. What's up, fuckers? What do you want? Magazines, bitch. They high-five. It was really weird. Hi, I'm here too. I waved timidly. I wasn't cool enough for these two. Hi, Trixie. How's not having a job working out for you? I'm still in college, you bitch. I'm joking. You need to concentrate on your studies, young lady. Belle bought a copy of Milk Jugs magazine. My parents had told me I wasn't allowed to read that, so naturally I got Belle to let me flick through it. It was pretty disgusting. I knew it wasn't good. The moment I saw Milk Jugs in Parsnip, I knew it wasn't something good. Hey now, partner, maybe you can shoo it away from me, and then I can deliver your milk. Or grab the milk and just walk all the way to my house, which is not really that far. Huh, Belle? You and that Milk Jugs. That doesn't... I think Milk Jugs is about others, I guess. Oh, hey, Belle. I'm really sorry, but I can't make it through the bar tonight. I've got some stuff to deal with. Crowbar Inc. is giving me shit because I mailed them something they interpreted as a bomb threat. Which is bullshit, by the way. It's an arson threat. Fucking drama queens. They fucked me with a mass crowbar order, and I won't let them get away with it. So yeah, I have to go, apologize to them and shit. Tonight, their CEO is a bat. My eyes perked up. I could do with a rich sugar bat. Dang, that's too bad, huh? Ah well, I'm sure we can hang out some other time. We better get going though. We're going on a fun trip. Sounds fun. I'll let you get on with it. You two have fun. She started jabbing her broom in the vending machine. The loud crow started again. I decided not to question it. We got back to the milk float, ready for adventure. Say, Trix, how about we go visit some spooky places? She gave me a friendly slap in the back. Ow. Oops. Hooves. Sorry, Trix. You like spooky places, right? You're doing your nerd ghost course at uni, right? Hey, it's not a ghost course. It's like history and stuff. It's important. It's just most of my work is ghost history. So, where do you want to go? I asked nervously. After last night's event, I wasn't sure I wanted to be near a haunted place. Don't we have better places to be? You know, saving Nikita from sitting on some moldy throne? After reading The King in Yellow, I knew that there are far worse places in the universe than Old Lady Whitetail's haunted pantry, or whatever Belle wanted to go to. Well, Wilted Roast Lake isn't too far away, and you can see Standing Stone Barrow from there. Maybe you'll spot some splashies, the snake or the spooky beast. That's 2 monsters to look for, the price of one. You mean the water snake and the altered beast? Yeah, sure, sounds fun. I've wanted to check out that lake for a while, and maybe you're right. We might see those scary monsters. It was sweet of Belle to want to cheer me up, even if it wasn't stuff. It wasn't stuff she seemed to be into. I couldn't say no. We drove for some time, making small talk. By now, my Nikita and the King in Yellow were pushed far from the back of my mind. Oh, I see the stone thing over there. Take a look, Trix. I think we're here. She was right. We drove alongside Wilted Roast Lake. In the distance, Standing Stone Barrow dominated the skyline. There were all kinds of stories about this lake, and it only took one look to see why it had such an unpleasant reputation. And where's the music? I don't think the music should disappear right now. I feel like the music should come back. You know, still black water filled what was once the rose-filled copper quarry. Despite the summer breezes, the black mirror remained motionless, almost entirely without ripples. The dark water was utterly impenetrable. Anything could have been lurking mere inches beneath its surface. The blasted shoreline and the dead vegetation surrounding the water were almost as bleak as the lake itself. Oh jeez, I underestimated how creepy this place was. The lake? Yeah, I tend not to look much into it when I drive past. The dark water gives me shivers, you know. I'm sure nothing too weird, though. I heard the minerals and machine oils at the bottom are what makes it look so nasty. All mixed up in the water, you know? Alright, that would make sense. Wait, does that make sense? This place is a whole new level of depressing. It reminds me of Swindon. It just feels wrong. I ain't no miner, but what else could it be? The wilted rose water snake? Bill chuckled in the park float next to the solitary picnic table. Quite who wanted to relax here, I don't know. Besides, me and Belle, I guess. We sat down at the bench, and I took a look at the Standing Stone Barrow. It was pretty imposing. The hill's pretty impressive, huh? Fancy climbing it later? What? No way! Is that even possible? It's gotta be at least 100 miles tall. Further research has shown me that it is in fact 311 meters, but I think my point was still valid. Where's your pioneer spirit? Pioneer spirit? What does that even mean? Belle chuckled. I still can't tell how much of what she says was serious. Despite the area's strange aura, I felt the calmest I've ever been since I read The King in Yellow. It almost felt like everything would be alright. Thanks for bringing me here, Belle. It's super. I was going to say nice, but I guess interesting is a better word. It seems to be running a theme for places I visit. No worries, partner. I thought it'd be a nice place for you to get out of your room. You seem stressed. Huh? Oh, why do you think that? Belle chuckled, though I could tell it was meant kindly. You've been fidgeting non-stop pretty much all day, and you've been staring off into the distance like you're remembering something. That, and you keep looking over your shoulder and talking under your breath. I hadn't realized I'd been doing that. How long had I been going on? Who else might have noticed? Sorry. I am stressed, but I didn't want to talk about it. I couldn't. How could a sane person understand what it's like to have a glimpse at the city under the sunken moon and the white of a pallid mask? I need to say something. I knew Belle would worry if I remained silent. I sighed. There was only one thing I could talk about. I've been avoiding the subject for a while, but Belle seems like someone who might understand. And at least I not have to bring up Nikita's bullshit. I've been worrying about failing uni and having to move back home. What's wrong with home? Your parents not happy with you? No, I just need space. Since I started transitioning a few months back, just feel like I'm a screw up, making mistakes and forcing them to deal with the fallout. Which I know is like a super unhealthy way to think. It's just like always hearing people say that they knew they were trans their whole life makes me feel kind of fake, I guess. I didn't always know this, but only putting the pieces together, and I was 20, made me worry I was just imagining my crippling dysphoria. But I know I'm not. And the more I think about it, the more I realize I've always known. I just didn't have the words or knowledge to understand it. It's just a really hard feeling to deal with. I mean, fuck. I still doubt myself even now. I'm not feeling awful for the first time since puberty. If I'd known earlier, I could have started HRT. I don't know what that is. Before testosterones finished ravaging my body like a plague. I brushed my fur on my arm. It felt like wire. I never look or act like a real girl. So I knew it. So Trixie's a trans. And I know that's a shitty, invalidating thing to say. It only hurts everyone, trans and cis. I hate myself for thinking it, but it's how I sometimes feel. So yeah, I'm avoiding home because I'm worried that I'm made a mistake somehow, and mom and dad are going to be ashamed of me for being so foolish. Especially since it looks like I'm probably going to fail uni. And like changing my name was super important to me. I love my name. I love being Trixie. And when I started using it, I felt so ashamed. Like I betrayed my parents. After years of support and care from them, something not everyone can get. To tell them they were wrong about me, it just seems so cruel. I see. I hate this feeling of guilt, like I've done something wrong all the time. None of this makes any sense. I hate it. I don't know where all of this came from, and well, there goes Mr. Sunshine fucking up the green screen, so I'll be right back, guys. Whee! Alright, here we go. I guess bottling up my emotions for the last decade had been a bad idea. It's okay, hon. I understand. What about you, Belle? Did you feel like this, or am I just sounding weird? Sounded like Belle had nothing to say for once. I felt a little awkward and wanted to move to a lighter subject. So, why is it called Standing Stone Barrow anyway? Kinda implies it's like a barrel like full of dead skeletons. With a standing stone on top. Yup. I wasn't keen on staring at the hill full of a lot of dead skeletons. Not too keen on staring at a hill full of a lot of dead skeletons. Huh? It's like she read my mind. I mean, it's okay. Just takes away from all the lovely view a bit. It's a circle of life, hun. I don't think that really means anything in this context. Belle shrugs. Nothing wrong with Dale's skeletons, hun. Besides, they're so old they've been probably turned to dust by now. I think. I'm not a scientist, I'm afraid. I'm a milk woman. In the end, we never did spot the water snake or the altered beast. That's a shame. I wanted to see one. It was the altered beast. The altered beast, like the beast that transforms, or the beast literally that comes from an altar? Once we were back to uni, Belle brought up the bar again. So, looks like no one's coming tonight after all. Heidi's busy with domestic terrorism or whatever the arson stuff was about. So is Greg. Busy. I mean, not committing crimes. And LaRose says she has to mark her students' work. Although obviously that's a lie, she's just in a room marking them all F's minus while she drinks her wine and cries. That's sad. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to come along, feel free. She looked pretty desperate. What about Parsnip? Don't you want to bring him along? I couldn't tell though. I was still exhausted after last night, and that emotional outburst earlier had taken my last of my strength. I need to get home and some rest. I need to stop ignoring my problems and deal with Nikita. Uh, let's tell her the truth. Kind of. Because the thing is, if we lie to her and make up an excuse after all the thing that she's done for us, I feel as though keeping the truth from her is kind of, unfair on her part. Sorry, Belle. I still need to get my work done, and I'm really tired. And my friend Nikita had an argument, and it kept me up most of the night. I need to get home and sleep. An argument? Everything okay? Oh, I mean, nothing big, just a disagreement in literary interpretation. That was close enough to the truth. Ah, no, hon. So that's what's gotten you sour today. I can find some other stuff to do tonight. Or drink alone. Both things fun. Both fun things. I hope you and your friend make up soon. You must care about them a lot to feel this torn up about a little argument. Belle was too nice. That night I dreamt of the basement of Daffodil Lane. I was crumbled on the floor, blood-stained, the fur on my side, and covered in my hands. Through my blurry eyes, I could make out Nikita. She was saying something to me, but her voice was too muffled and distorted to make out. She seemed smug, so no change there. After seemingly endless monologue, she threw her hands to the sky, and with a flash of white light and a splash of cold cloud spray, a white gate opened at the far end of the room. Oh, it's more of this yellow shit. The white gate of Carcosa. I shivered at the chill rolled off of Lake Hallie. After giving me a last pitiful look, Nikita stepped through the gate, leaving me alone in the cold basement. For a moment, nothing happened. A strange calm came over me. This wonderful solitude was cut short, for from the white gate emerged the cloaked visage of the king in yellow. Their tattered rags billowed in the increasing wind, floating like the tentacles of some terrible deep-sea creature. They stared ahead, before peering down at me with a slow turn of their head, looking right at me, right into me. I blacked out, and when I awoke, I found myself elsewhere. At first I thought I stood in the shore of Lake Hallie. I quickly realized wilted Rose Lake. I was stood on a small island in the middle. Belle was next to me. Something emerged from the water in the distance. The water snake? I thought. I squinted, trying to get a better look. It had gone. I turned to Belle, about to say something when she jumped into the dark water. I yelled for her, but there was no answer. I stared out across the lake in fear. What could I do to save Belle? And then I felt the cold touch of spray splash against my back. I turned. Before me stood the decaying spire of the stolen city. The twin lamps of Carcosa rose from the dark clouds, whilst wisps of vapor fell from them like water. The city seemed almost to retract from me, a terrible screech emanating from its dread spire. I stepped back and screamed as I felt myself fall back into the icy water of wilted Rose Lake. A dark liquid filled my lungs and silenced me as the cold hands of what I assumed the king was settled over my mouth. I realized it was not the king, nor Carcosa that dragged me into wilted Rose. No, they had pushed me and wilted Rose away in fear. What was pulling me in its depths was far worse than the king in yellow. I plunged back into consciousness and woke screaming and shaking. My eyes darted from my room. I was alone. Everything was as it should be. Though I was exhausted as ever, as was my life now. After last night's dream, I was more intent than ever to simply let my problems slip from my mind. I decided to message Belle if I could get outside again. I could avoid dealing with Nikita for another day. Sorry, hun, I'm in a bit of a state today. Ended up in the antique mouse all night, and now I'm fucked, basically. I refuse to get out of bed. Good job, it's my day off. Oh no, I hope you're feeling better soon. I'll let you rest. Belle's typing was pretty impressive considering how she was hungover. Better than mine even when I was sober. I sighed. Nothing to distract me. There was nothing else for it. I have to face up to Nikita. Right on cue, there was knocking at my door. Trixie Glimmer Smith, open up! I gulped. Just what I needed. She was knocking pretty loud. Maybe she was planning to break in and kill me with whatever weapon she'd gotten hold of today. I knew the knocking would attract unwanted attention if it continued. I couldn't bring more people into this mess. Nikita was my problem to deal with. I opened the door, accepting my fate. Trixie, have you seen my cardigan anywhere? As much as You've been to Daffodil Lane, haven't you, Nikita? I could tell that she had. She's been sniffing as if she was dealing with some allergies. Something seemed to click in her, as if she only just remembered what she has been doing all night. Has she totally forgot about our fight? Well, you might think that, but I couldn't possibly comment. You think you're pretty smart, don't you, Trixie? But no, I wasn't there, idiot. Look, Nikita, I'm going to stop you. I won't let you hurt yourself, and more importantly, possibly me. Oh, Trixie, you're far too late for that. I already have the exact position of the intersection between our world and the White Gate. The book Reaching Other Worlds was most illuminating. The midpoint between the three standing stones in this country. The cottage of Daffodil Lane. I only need to bide my time and wait. And then the throne will be mine. Wait, what for? Silence, wretch! I've already said too much. Suffice to say, my ideals have been vindicated, while you gawped at the ghost hentai I studied in the library. Your fate is your own making, Trixie. Maybe you should just accept that I've won. I will sit on that throne, not you. But I don't want to sit on the throne. Nikita, you're not making any sense. Silence! It's just back and forth. It's the same conversation we have. It's like, Nikita, you're not making any sense. Bitch, you need to sleep. Nikita, you need help. Nikita. And Nikita's just like, whatever. I'm not listening. La 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 la. Silence. You read the king. You read what I have. You know what I speak is gospel. And the throne is mine. She took off, running back to wherever she came from. Not being usually allergic, she seemed to run out of bed before the end of the hallway, where she slinked off, panting. At least this had confirmed Nikita had a plan. I signed. What? Oh, I sighed, realizing it was up to me to stop her. What was it Nikita had said about Daffodil Lane? It sat in the midpoint of three standing statues? Was that true? It didn't sound at all right. I checked out my map on my wall. The century point of three stones were nowhere near Daffodil Lane. Heck, Daffodil Lane didn't even fall into the area between them. The midpoint was the lake. Surely someone as smart as Nikita should know that. She was bluffing. She must have been. Or maybe she meant some other standing stones. I didn't bother considering that she might be wrong. She wasn't. She was Nikita. She was smarter than me. She knew what she was talking about. All I could do was try to keep up with her or give up. I didn't have long. Nikita had said herself that all she needed was to wait and what? I realized I have no idea what she planned to do with this information. And she mentioned the library. Of course, Nikita was always in the library, so that was no surprise. But perhaps there's a way to stop her hidden in its thousands of books. It might be my only chance. I had to read books. Oh God, no! The whole point of going to school! No! I rushed straight to the library. There was no time to lose. It was already shut early in the weekend. I quickly went through the shelves I thought might be relevant. Myths, local history, literature. I wanted to find the books Nikita had mentioned, Reaching Other Worlds. I've never heard of it, but it sounded like it would be of use to me too. Reaching another world was Nikita's aim after all. I found a shelf it should have been on, but there was nothing. Nikita must have came here first and taken it so I couldn't find how to stop her. I panicked, as if she was actively trying to stop me. There was nothing I could do. Nikita was smarter than me, and driven like one possessed by her obsession with that cursed play. My eyes remained locked on the spot of the book that should have been. I felt my body grow numb. Was I too late? I could see her, even now in my thoughts, the book ablaze as Nikita continued in her evil plotting. The gnarled of the king guiding her to the decaying imperial palace of Carcosa and the broken throne. I realized I was crying, and then I realized I was looking directly at the book. It was 3 places from where it should have been. It must have been misplaced by an uncaring student or a busy librarian. Trembling, I reached for the book and softly caressed my spine. It was real. I took it from the shelf and wiped off the tears on my face, ashamed. Glancing at the clock at the entrance, I realized I stood in the same spot for close to an hour. Something was horribly wrong with me. I dropped my collection down and secluded desk. Half of the stuff didn't seem all that relevant, but it was better to be thorough. I thought I'd better skim the book and work out which I had time for before I actually start reading. I wouldn't have time for all of them. I checked the clock. There was about 5 hours left until the librarians would kick me out. Oh, fuck. Oh no, this seems like this is gonna be very long. So anyways, I'm gonna end the video here, and possibly the next video is gonna be the last video for the testimony of Trixie Glimmer Smith, because I really feel like we're getting close to the end here. So anyways, oh my god, I feel like I should read this first. But anyways, that's all I have for this video, and yeah, again, game's getting interesting. Not too much happened here. Belle was pretty cool. Pretty sad though that no one would hang out with Belle. But yeah, it is what it is though. So anyways, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, thumbs up the like button to death. Become a parkour today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
When the light is running low and the shadows
That's not a picture.
and the places that you know feel like
I grow. Actually, like this. Let's keep my light on Heidi. It'll calm her down, but actually, it's just she just doesn't want the light to be on her face the entire time. Too bad, because this is what we're gonna be doing the entire time. Oh God!